Ready to kick off some action here from the Garnet-B Rickard. Now on the Pad A side, we're going to have the under 14 A's taking on Whitby now. Face off to come here at center, and it's Aidan Holla to take that opening draw. With Cole Morrison, number 91, on his left side. Cole Campbell puts that back into the Whitby end. Right around the boards, Holla trying to keep that in from the blue line. That's going to come out through center. Trying to flip this away. It comes off to the center. Here comes Mulsdale from his own end. Bad pass, there's a shot. Just missing past Cannon Doyle. Doyle's in net here for the Toros. At the other end, it'll be Donaldson. That pass for Cole Morrison. Over his stick, trying to pick this up here back in the right side. Once again, we've got a speaker in the way here at this arena. My apologies on that. That goes past Campbell all the way down the ice. No icing, though, from behind their own net. They start this out. Crichton. Aidan Crichton from his own end, trying to flip this away. Kept in there by Brennan. And now up here for Costa, who takes a hit there from Cole Campbell. Crichton tried for a hit as well. Coming around the other side here for the Toros to get it out of their own end. The lead pass from Cole Campbell over here to the other side. Tipped off the stick there, Chase Powley. From their own end, here comes Whitby, dumping this deep. Back here into the corner. Powley from behind his own net now. Chase Powley with a lead pass. A rolling puck up through center as they lead this up for Ethan Morrison, who dumps that deeper back in behind the Whitby goal. First one back there, Austin Baker tried to cause some trouble. Baker back in. There's the first save of the game, and it goes to Donaldson on that backhand by Austin Baker, trying to backhand that one home. So there's the first big scoring chance here of the game. Face-off will come deep off to the right of Donaldson. Face-off gets one. They're trying to get it back there for Noah Thompson. Tipped off his stick, and here comes another opportunity to go. And it's Cox all alone, and he scores. Cox is able to fire one up and over the blocker hand of Doyle on a breakaway here to open up the scoring. Not even 2 minutes into the game, and the Whitby Wildcats have a 1-0 lead over the Toros on the goal by Cox. Face off here from center. Now picked up there by Noah Thompson, trying to put it back into the zone. Thompson still in there to try and put it back up through center. Broken up nicely there by Powley, who brings us over the line. Here's a shot. It gets knocked down on the way through, but he tries to put that back in front of the goal again. Wrapped around the boards, kept in by Brody Van Dam from the line. Trying to set this up in front. It goes back to the line again here for Noah Thompson. Thompson's shot goes into the corner, right in front of the goal. They went for a pass out in front. That one over the stick. Powley's backing up here, trying to get this back in the zone. Chase Powley from behind his own net. We'll move this over here for Thompson. Trying to find an open lane here to get that out of his own end. But Thompson took his man down there on the left side. Here's Van Dam with it. Van Dam from behind his own net, trying to set up Thompson to get it out of their own zone. Kept in there, though, by Whitby and Brennan. Kept that right on goal, and Cannon Doyle kicked out the right pad to keep it out. Here comes another opportunity to skate this away. He's leading the rush in over the line now is Powley. Trying to take the shot. It goes behind the goal instead. Powley at the front. The pass in front of the goal is broken up. Still loose from the side. And it laid right there in the crease area for an opportunity by Dawson Lewis that got stopped there by Donaldson. From their own end. They're looking for a player right in front of the goal. That's Lewis again. It's right from the side. It's in the goal. I'm not sure who had the last touch on it, but it made its way in behind Donaldson, though. And that's going to tie things up at 1. Now it's going to be Aidan Holla to take this draw. just here at center, wins it. Morrison tried to bat at him. Here comes an opportunity now to go after this to the circle from Mosedale. Mosedale from his own end can't get it out. That was a turnover, comes off to the side. Trying to be here on the other end of it is Morrison to try and dig it free. Getting it away from Hollow right in front. Here's a backhand shot, not going to get through. Still tries to send one to the goal from his knees. Around the boards that goes. Here comes an opportunity now for Cole Morrison from his own end. Morrison got a pass over there, picked up there, trying to get to it there. And backhanded all the way back into the Toros end. From behind the goal to start this out now. Cole Campbell. Gonna look to the other side. Campbell's trying to make his way through and couldn't get through to the front of the net. Still loose there on the other side, taken away off the stick. Back up the other way they come. Here comes an opportunity now for Brennan. Brennan a shot that gets blocked there on the way through. Powley got in the way of that. It's back in behind the goal again. Trying to get this out of his own zone. That gets kept in there by Whitby. Taken off the stick. Lead pass for Austin Baker. Baker taking this off the boards. Looking to take the shot. It goes off to the right side. Trying to get here and hit his man off the puck. Here's Powley with it now. Chase Powley from his own end. Over here to the other side there for Austin Baker out of his reach. Picked up by Whitby in their own end. And fired down the ice right here in front of us. Backhanded away there by Powley, but in behind him to help him out there was Cole Campbell. He got it up. Got it up there. Nice tip pass there by Creighton for Ethan Morrison, but he couldn't go with the puck. Still loose here at center. Flipping that in. Whitby get the opportunity to clear. That goes over the stick of Cole Campbell. Back here into the corner. First one back there. In behind the goal is Mosedale to try and get it out of his own end. From around the boards. Kept in here from the line there by Patterson, who fires it around. Here comes an opportunity for Morrison to get it out of his own end. Ethan Morrison trying to flip this away. He got up there for Austin Baker, but it went over his stick. Still loose here from center from Creighton. Aiden Creighton tried to get around the checker along with Austin Baker. Baker with a drop pass for Creighton. Trying to shoot this. Can't take it. He'll take one to the goal though. Creighton with a great scoring opportunity, but Donaldson up against the post to stop that scoring chance. Face-off now is off to his right. An opportunity now here for the Toros with the face-off in the Whitby end. The Whitby defender gets kicked out of the draw. They'll put somebody new in there to take it. And it's Adam. It's Van Dam who's going to take that face-off for the Toros. It goes back down low for Brody Van Dam. Van Dam tried to do the job down low, trying to get that big hit there on the other side as he took his man off the puck. Kept that alive. Goes back in behind the goal now. Trying to find an open lane. He sends one to the front of the goal. It's right out of the front of the goal. Taken away there by the Toros again. Back to the line for Noah Thompson. Thompson a shot. Isn't going to make it through, but it's sitting right there for an opportunity, but it got swept away at the last minute. Great opportunity there by Dawson Lewis. That got blocked. Around the boards that goes. Thompson going to try and keep it in. He will. Noah Thompson puts that back in behind the goal for Brody Van Dam. Van Dam looking for somebody to give it to out in front. Goes back for Thompson. Thompson tried to keep it in. He took his man down there at the face-off circle. Here comes another opportunity. Back here for Noah Thompson again. Thompson again. That shot got blocked. Fired that around. Noah Thompson's not keeping that one in. It hit the Whitby defender at the bench area as they bring that up over the line. Back into the corner that goes in behind the net. Trying to flip this away through center. Went over the stick of Evans at center ice where Dawson Lewis tried to put it in. Lewis, McCurdy, and Van Dam out there. Thompson on defense, along with Powley trying to get that. Skipped in on net, and it's going to be a whistle as Doyle was just going to freeze that one up. Key face-off off to the right of the Toros end, won by Whitby. They're going to take a shot. That got blocked on the way through. Good block there on the other end as they start this out of their own end with a lead pass for Cole Morrison. Morrison trying to make his way through, but he can't get to the front of the net. Aiden Hall is right behind him. Hall a shot. That goes wide past Donaldson. Back in behind. Up through center. Picked off there by Cole Campbell. His shot. It got blocked and went off to the left corner. They're setting up Cole Morrison. Morrison shot. Just missed. That might have hit the post in behind Donaldson. From behind the goal, Whitby trying to clear it out. Not going to happen. There's a shot going wide of the net. Trying to keep this in from the line. Mosedale tried to hold it in. That's going to get flipped away through center. They're going to look to the other side for Campbell. A late pass, they try and bring it in. There's a hit on the other side, picked up by Whitby. They'll dump it right back deeper. Molesdale trying to get there first. Doesn't have to rush. It goes for icing. Now it's going to be Creighton that's coming in to take this draw here in the offensive end. Got Powley in behind him on defense, along with Noah Thompson. There's a quick shot off the draw. Donaldson had to be aware of that one. Closed up the legs on that quick shot from the face-off. Made sure that it didn't make its way through. We'll get another face-off off to his left. Quick draw. One quick shot by Powley, just wide off that shot from the line. It's in that right corner now. Trying to set this up in front. That one over the stick, and an opportunity now for Whitby to start this from their own end. Good job, though, by Thompson. Was in behind him. Right back in behind the net again. It's going to skip right in front of the goal for Noah Thompson around the boards for Ethan Morrison to get it out. Late pass. Good job up there for Creighton. Over there for Austin Baker. Baker's in over the line as he tries to win this battle in the right corner. Coming away there for Whitby out of their own end. He'll lead it from center and try and start a 2-on-1. It's a shot. Nice stop there by Doyle. He got enough of that. He got enough of his glove on it to make the save, and Patterson's got that. Over here to the other side now. 6 minutes left to go here in period number 1 in a 1-1 tie. Here comes a Whitby shot. That gets stopped by Doyle, but the rebound sits right there, but it hopped over the stick at the last moment from the slot area. Kept in here. Nice hit there. Nice hit by Molesdale. Back in behind the net goes Van Dam after it, and he'll move it over here for Cole Campbell. To the other side now, Dawson Herbert gets it out of his own end, as that was a pass to the other side, Lewis. They're trying to get this out of their own end. Capped in by Noah Thompson, shot on net. That doesn't make it through to the goal. Dawson Lewis was waiting for a rebound. Powley waiting back on defense. That's going to go past him. All the way into the corner. Noah Thompson from behind. He's got a player in behind. That's Cox. He was the lone goal scorer for Whitby. This time he's going to take a seat in behind the goal for the big hit, and some rough stuff happening right in behind. And another big hit there by Dawson Lewis. Everybody throwing their weight around now as Dawson Lewis comes in with a hit. That's in behind now for Powley. Powley. Cox having a rough shift. He got taken down behind the net, and then Dawson Lewis sent him down right here in front of us. Trying to catch up to this in the zone was McCurdy. He's taken off his stick. Around the boards that goes. That gets tipped away. Not out as they try and come back. Big hit. This one is going to cost the Toros a penalty, though, and it's going to be Lewis again. He got away with it for the first time, but the second time is going to cost him 2 minutes for that hit. Face-off now is just outside past the right of Herbert. Or Doyle in behind the net. Thrown in the goal. Kicked aside there by Doyle. Off to the corner there is Evans, who puts it in behind the net. Molesdale trying to stick to his man. Herbert as well. Here's a shot. That got stopped there by Doyle at the last minute before a Whitby defender, because waiting at the side of the goal for a trashy goal, but Cannon Doyle made sure that he got his glove hand on that. Made sure there was no trash at the side of the net. Face off here off to the side. One in the defensive end. Noah Thompson chance to clear. Got kept in though by Loreno. Here comes another shot. Kept in by Doyle, and the rebound is put in from the side of the goal. Doyle made the initial stop, but the rebound sat right there in a wide open goal to give the Wildcats a 2-1 lead. Holland now to take this draw here in front of us. That goes back into the Whitby end. Captain, a shot to the net. That almost got tipped in front. Taken away by Whitby as they move this up out of their own end. off the stick as they try and put this from their own zone. They'll lead it up. Lead pass up through center. Going past Gaudette for an opportunity for Morrison to bring this in. From behind the goal, trying to set things up from the side. Stopped there by Donaldson. Still loose, they score! From the side of the net, he slid it in past Donaldson, and we're back up at an even game at 2-2. Crichton wins the draw there for Campbell. Up through center, backhanded away, back into the corner, past Campbell from behind the net. It's another opportunity to try and get it over past Cox. And it's another opportunity to move this around here for an opportunity now for Campbell to the other side. Mosdale from his own end, overskated the puck, but got it back again. Couldn't get to the front of the net as that goes back in behind the goal again. Trying to slap this around the goal. Kept in here from the line. No by Patterson with a shot. It's going in wide, and now Molesdale will pick that up. Around the boards it goes. Picked off. Nicely read by the Whitby defender as that goes back in behind. Campbell on his backhand. Made the play and took the hit as they take this out of their own end. Late pass over here for Austin Baker. Baker trying to get through, but he was able to have that swept away from him at the last minute. Back into the corner as it goes for icing. Face-off is coming off to the right of Donaldson for an opportunity to go with it now. Brought it over the line. The only one back there was Thompson. Here's a shot going wide. Coming around the boards here for an opportunity to get that one out. Not going to have it backhand, just going up wide and over the goal. Trying to clear this from out of their own end. Taken away there by Herbert or Van Dam. Couldn't get it out. There's a shot. Stopped there by Doyle, trying to find it. Kept in here from the line. Here's a shot. That gets blocked by Thompson, and that rolls right in on goal as Doyle is going to cover that one up. Big block there by Noah Thompson as well on the initial shot through going to the front of the goal. We'll take it face off to the right of Doyle now with 2:06 remaining here in period number 1. Whitby opened up the scoring with a goal by Cox, but the Toros answered that one quickly to make it 1-1, but another goal by Whitby on a power play put them back up 2-1, but once again the Toros again had another quick answer to tie things up at 2. That one is coming in offside. Face-off getting one. Morrison bringing that one over the line. That's going to get turned over, and Hollow tries to pick that up. Kind of back to the line. Mosdale tried to hold it in. Here's another opportunity now. Backhanded deep. Right into the corner. An opportunity to try and clear this way. Mosdale did everything he could to keep that in. And now it's Campbell with it now. Cole Campbell with a lead pass. Got it up there for Cole Morrison. Dumped that one deep. Right back into the corner. The opportunity to try and get away from the defender from behind the goal. Slapped around the boards. Thompson's going to try and keep it in here from the line. Noah Thompson. Shot to the net. Knocked down on the way through. Up through center they come, trying to go after it. He's got to get around Powley, and Powley's not having that. Chase Powley with a nice play to make sure he didn't cut through. Last minute of play of period number 1. Baker pushes it back down low for Thompson. Around here to the other side here to try and get that out. Capped in by Whitby, a shot to the net. That's going to miss Thompson and skip off to the left side. They try and get it back here to the line to get it out there with Austin Baker, and they finally do. They got a pass over there for Herbert, who gets taken down over there at the bench area, but now they're going to try and put it back in with a pass to the other side. Tipped in there by Whitby. Thompson couldn't control his man as that comes over the line, backhanded in, and right into Doyle, who's going to hang on to that. 20 seconds left to go here in period number 1. Quick draw. Patterson shot. Stopped there by Doyle, who corrals that one in his chest and holds on. Face-off is off to his left. Trying to win this draw now is Brandon for Whitby. Some late pressure here from the Wildcats. Trying to set this one up in front. Turned away there by the Toros as they try and get it out of their own end. Here comes an opportunity to bring it in, but he gets bumped off the puck. Austin Baker along with Crichton. They'll get stuck there right at center ice, and that is going to end period number 1. Both teams were able to hit the scoreboard twice. Whitby had 2 leads that were erased quickly by the Toros. So we'll go to period number 2 here at the Rickard Arena for the under 14A Toros, tied at 2. Donaldson takes his spot back in the Whitby end, and we will kick off period number 2. Face off won by Whitby on the other end. Trying to put this up into the zone as Crichton back in behind the net for Thompson with a lead pass. Over here to the other side, just out of the reach. Trying to catch up to this there was Ethan Morrison with a pass. Over here to the other side, back to the line. Here's a shot, tipped on the way through. Morrison couldn't get a stick on that, and Powley tried to pick it up. From their own end now, it's brought in by Whitby. Here's a shot. Stopped there by Doyle with a right pad stop as he puts it back in behind the goal. Right in front, taking it away, and here comes another opportunity now. Up through center over the line is Morrison trying to take the shot. Ethan Morrison gets it back here to the line. Another quick shot. Left pad stop there by Donaldson. On his own rebound, though, is Mosdale from behind the goal. Mosdale keeping control of it. Walks it out with a backhand, getting knocked down. Another opportunity to shoot from the line. It goes wide. But it's all Toros here to start off the second period, looking to get their first lead of the game, and that shot is blocked. Trying to wrap this one around. Back here to the line. Campbell can't shoot, but he sets up Mosdale. They score! Crichton from the side of the net took the ricochet off the back end boards and one-timed it home. Past Donaldson, it's a 3-2 lead. Aiden Crichton was in the right spot at the right time from the right side of the net. Took that ricochet off the back end boards from the bomb shot from the blue line and one-timed it in. Here's the opportunity here for Whitby to get this out of their own end. Get pressure on. Big hit there as he knocked him down. As that's Dawson Lewis, who's had a couple of big hits so far here in the game. Here's Powley trying to put that back in. Colmore went for the hit. Another hit there by Lewis. Back in behind. Here's a shot by Powley going wide. Brody Van Dam's going to go off to the corner as well. They're looking at in front here to try and get a shot to the net. That's McCurdy in there trying to get a stick on it. It's still loose, but we get a whistle. Dawson Lewis goes to the box for the Toros. Might have been for one of the hits that was in behind the net. Here comes another opportunity here to set this up in front. That's going to go wide. It goes back to the line instead. Whitby's power play. They converted on their last one. That gave them a 2-1 lead at that time. Now they're trying to get one to tie it up. But here comes another big stop there by Doyle from the slot area as he's going to hold that. Face-off is off to his right, off to the corner. It's in that right side to try and set it up. Here comes another shot. That's going to get blocked on the way through, but it's still loose in the slot area to try and jam it in from the side. Toros get it, but it comes out down the line. All the way back into the corner. Here comes another opportunity to try and cause a turnover. He will, as that's both Morrisons trying to get this one. Cole Morrison couldn't shoot the puck, but he still got it on his stick. Morrison shot. Left pad stopped there by Donaldson from behind the goal. All the way back here for Evans. Tried to pass that one over. Morrison with a big hit, knocked his man down over at the Whitby bench. And that goes back in behind where Donaldson tried to leave it behind the goal. From their own end with a lead pass. That goes tape to tape as he tries to put it in. Fired around the boards and back out. Kept in by Whitby as they slap this away, and it's another opportunity to fire it right back in where it came from. Donaldson tried to leave it from behind. Here comes another opportunity for Baker to go for the hit. Crichton not going to be able to get there. Dumped right in right into Donaldson. Took a funny hop right into him, but he's able to hold on to it. 16 seconds left to go on the penalty to number 21, Dawson Lewis. Toros have done a good job to limit the scoring chances here on this power play. They had one good one right from the slot area at the start of it, but Doyle had the answer on that one. Van Dam tries to win the defensive draw. Clapped in there by Molestill as he puts it in behind. Slapped around the boards. It's going to get kept in here by the Toros. Looking at in front there for McCurdy. And it's now on the stick of Brody Van Dam. Dropping it back where Gaudette takes it away. Gaudette's pass up through center as they bring this in. Not going to get to the front of the net though. It's in behind the goal for Molestill. He'll try and take that hit. Here's a shot from the line. It's a skipper. Stopped there by Doyle right from the side. And another big one by Kenan Doyle. He couldn't control the rebound from the side, but came up with a key save on that initial shot. Whitby had another great opportunity from the side that was taken away. 10:41 left to go here in period number 2. We just kicked off this second period action. Face-off is off to the left of Doyle from in behind the goal. Kicking off his feet. It's back in behind the net to try and walk it out. It goes back to the line. He's slapping one right to the front. Went for the redirection. Doyle had to look behind him and leaps on that loose puck as it went in behind and was able to just leap on it at the last moment and keep it out. Face-off is coming off to his right. Toros have that loose puck as they're out of their own end. Good job by Aiden Holla. Costa couldn't control it here in front of us. Lead pass up through center now is Evans. He'll move it over and get slapped the rest of the way by Holmes right on net. Stopped there by Doyle. Here's another shot. That might have hit a Toros player right in front or hit the top of the stick of Kenan Doyle. Taken away here by the Toros trying to get it out of their own end. It's on that right side to try and move it out. Got knocked down there by Laureano. Over here to the other side, they're looking for an open lane to bring this in. Dumped all the way down and into the corner by Herbert. From behind the goal, somebody's missing their stick. That's the goaltender, Donaldson. Crichton with a big hit. Donaldson's going back there to get his stick, and we'll get a whistle. Face-off is off to the right of the Toros end. Crichton comes away with it. Crichton going to try and skate out through center. Overskated the puck, picked up by Whitby. A shot to the net is stopped there by Doyle, and he's going to pounce on that once again and take no chances out in front of his own goal. He'll take a shot with another face-off in his own end. Kicked out of the draw. Somebody else is coming in to take it in the defensive end. One by Whitby, but the shot is a right pad save there by Kenan Doyle. Another one on net, and Doyle again has the answer on that backhand. He's come up with some key saves here since the Toros have taken their 3-2 lead. So Kenan Doyle on his game here in the second period, trying to keep his club up by a goal and hope for a little bit more offense up front. Face-off is off to his right. One here by the Toros as they try and get it out of their own end. McCurdy. It's in that right corner. They try and jam it in from the side. Chase Powley coming after it. In behind the goal with Noah Thompson as they try and go for the hit. And that's going to be a penalty on the hit. And a throw-in on net is scooped up there by Kenan Doyle. Lewis has once again gone to the box. This one goes for head contact. Only a 2-minute penalty though. Here's a shot to the net, knocked down by the Toros, sent the length of the ice, all the way back down and into the corner. Donaldson will leave it from behind the goal now. Up through center from their own end. They're trying to get around his man, tipped out, and it comes away through center. Laureano got it over here to the other side as they look for an open lane to put it in. It's over there at the Whitby bench area trying to dig the puck free. Now it comes free and they'll bring this in. Here comes a shot That gets blocked, goes back in behind the goal though. Chasing after his own rebound in behind the net. He's getting triple teamed in behind the goal as the Toros were off on a change. Doing his job back there though, killing off this penalty to Dawson Lewis. Good job by Quinn McCurdy. Up through center here for Whitby. The shot is getting blocked, but Laureano is in behind. That pass is broken up again by McCurdy, who once again sends it deeper. Good shift here, shorthanded by McCurdy as he's killing off this penalty to Dawson Lewis. They're going for the hit off in the corner as they try to cause a turnover. It's pushed in behind, then sandwiched in between two Whitby players was Aiden Holla. Around the boards is Costa now. Costa with a lead pass up through center. He's trying to try and tip this away there for Herbert to get it out of his own end, but couldn't do it. Here comes another opportunity. Good block on the way through by Mosdale. From behind, they try and get this out of their own end. Here comes an opportunity to skate with it. As he tries to bring it in, he gets bumped off the puck. There was Herbert. Crichton is in behind him to try and hold it in. 5 seconds left to go on the penalty now to Dawson Lewis. From their own end. Trying to put this in off the back end boards. Mosdale is back in behind. Penalty to Dawson Lewis is over. He's looking for a lead pass to try and break free. Here comes that flip pass off the high end glass. Trying to get around Holmes is Dawson Lewis. He's getting hooked up, but he sets it up from the side for Crichton just over his stick. Aiden Crichton's there again. Crichton back down low for Lewis again. It goes back to the line. It gets knocked down at center as they try and put it back in. Knocked down again by Holmes. Holmes is sending that one deep, and it's not going to have enough for icing. Powley's got to pick it up in his own end. Chase Powley from his own zone is going to try and get through. Leads a pass up through center for Baker, who brings it in now. Austin Baker with some nice moves. Keeps it alive, drops it back to the line, but the shot by Powley is blocked. Powley with another nice defensive play made sure that didn't make its way through. The pass by Crichton is broken up as he tried to set it up to the other side. Flipped all the way back into the Whitby end. From behind the goal was Evans to wrap it around. Good job by Ethan Morrison. Put that pressure on in the corner. Morrison from behind the goal now. Ethan Morrison drops it back to the line looking for a shot. It hit a player on the front. Big opportunity to backhand. They score. Crichton in front of the net. Picks up his second straight as he backhands it over the blocker hand of Donaldson. And it's the biggest lead of the game so far for either team. A 2-goal lead at 4-2. Now we're ready to take this draw here from center. Digging it in there was McCurdy and Van Dam. They'll bring this up over the line. Brody Van Dam going to the net, but that shot's going wide. Taking his ricochet for McCurdy down low. Dawson Lewis and Brody Van Dam out there as well. Van Dam off to the corner. Back here to the line. A shot is going to get blocked. Go up in the air, and I might have been caught there by Donaldson. Don't know where the puck is. Yeah, it is in the glove of Donaldson, so we'll take another face off in the Whitby end. That's going to be off to his right. Trying to win this draw. It's a scramble draw taken away by Whitby. Backhanded out. Not out of the zone. Mosdale kept that in. Trying to walk this out from the side. He's right in front of the goal, taking it away. A shot to the goal by Van Dam is blocked as they try and put this up through center. Backhanded away by Kamati. Knaf from his own end. They're going for that lead pass up through center. Laureano was in behind, backhanded away. Here's McCurdy in behind him. Quinn McCurdy's shot is blocked, kept in here by the Toros, but the shot is blocked on the way through. Right in front again. Turnaround shot, just out wide past the left post. Trying to set this up in front again. Wrapped around the boards, kept in. Shot to the net is way wide. Dawson Lewis is back here on the other side now. Lewis will put it back off to the corner. Here comes another opportunity. Cutting right to the net, and he ran out of real estate. He was getting ready to tuck that one home, but he couldn't finish at the right moment. From behind the goal there, racing back there is Noah Thompson to pick it up in his own end. Thompson getting around one defender to set it up with a lead pass. They'll come up over the line to try and shoot it. It's off to the right side from in behind the net now. Trying to keep it back there. Under 4 minutes left to go here in the second period. A shot there by Powley right to the front of the net, getting blocked. Cleared away. Knocked down by Powley again. Backhanded back into the zone. Patterson's on that. Harder on the boards. Trying to keep it in there from the line and move it back to the other side. They're going to look for an open lane. To bring this up over the line there is Powley, and it's offside. Crichton now to take this draw just outside the blue line. Baker's going to try and pick up this loose puck. It's a late pass up there for Whitby as they try and bring it in. Trying to take the shot. It gets swept off to the right side. In behind the goal, shot by net by Holmes is blocked as he didn't get all he wanted to on that. Toros come up with it. They'll move it over here to the other side as they try and bring it in. And they bring it in over the line offside. Face-off gets won there by the Toros. Cole Campbell has control of the puck. It gets it to the other side. They'll look for that lead pass there for Ethan Morrison, who gets knocked down there right in front of the penalty box area as they try and get tangled up there with Costa. From their own end now. It's deep, trying to put this out in front of the goal. Sending one to the net, just whistled wide over the boards. Crichton is trying to dig this free. It's back in behind the net again for Campbell now. Tipping it to the other side. They're going to look for an open lane to try and get this out. Backhanded away there by the Toros as they try and put this away up through center. Knocked down by Holmes again. All the way back into the Toros end. Here comes an opportunity now. Trying to get it around Holmes with a pass. And it's right tape to tape here for Aiden Crichton with a shot kicked out by Donaldson. 2 minutes left to go here in period number 2. Holmes from behind the net. He tried to tip it away. Another turnover there. This time to Ethan Morrison. Right back to the line. We're getting a penalty. And it's going to come for slashing. It's actually another power play that's going towards the Whitby Wildcats. I thought it was the Whitby that was getting the penalty, but it's Austin Baker that went for the slash. Here's an opportunity now. It's all low for Quinn McCurdy. Stars! And the Toros say, you want to put us in the box? That's just fine with us. Short-handed goal. We're at 5-2. McCurdy gets away on a breakaway and snaps it past Donaldson to make it now 5-2 in favor of the Toros. 4 straight goals have them with a 5-2 advantage. 1:30 left here in the second period to try and get it around his man. Campbell trying to backhand this way up there for Hala. Trying to tip this out past True. Here comes an opportunity for Whitby to try and put this in. Backhanded all the way through. Back into the right corner. Setting it up. Going back to the line. Trying to take the shot. Whitby still on the power play here. It's in behind the net to try and clear it away. And it's another penalty that's coming up. And this one again will go to the Toros. It'll be a 2-man advantage coming up for 1 minute and 10 seconds. Molesdale goes to the box for the penalty. 2-man advantage for 1 minute and 10 seconds, and this will carry over to period number 3 as well. There's a shot that gets stopped there by Doyle. Big hit there from the line, kept in here by Whitby with a shot on net. Stopped there by Doyle again. This one he's going to hold on to. Face-off is off to his right now. Trying to win that big defensive draw. Trying to tip it away. Gets capped in there by Whitby, number 29, as that goes off to the corner. Trying to get this around the boards. There's a shot that's getting gobbled up there by Doyle as he holds on. Face-off is coming off to his right now. Wins it. Not out. Good job there to keep that in for Whitby as they try and walk this out from the side. Stopped by Doyle. Still loose from the side, trying to jam it in. Out in front. And we're getting some rough stuff out in front of the goal as Doyle was able to hold that just in a nick of time before it got banged in. But Whitby now putting on some pressure as they've got a 2-man advantage to work with right now. ending the third period. That has 25 seconds left to go on it. Face-off is off to the right of Cannon Doyle. Trying to win this draw, wrap it around the boards. Can't get it out. Good job there by number 15 to hold it in, Laureano. Laureano tried to keep it in again. That's not going to work, and it gets sent the length of the ice. All the way back into the corner. Good job there by Herbert. From their own end, Herbert trying to stick to his man. From their own zone, they try and dump this in. That's going to do it for period number 2, as the Toros were able to score 3 times and take a 3-goal lead heading to the third and final period. Both teams will head off for the intermission break. Start off the third period with the Toros down, still 2 men, but the first penalty is over in 9 seconds. The second penalty will still have 50 seconds left to go on it. Baker's going to be the first one to be free, I believe. Or it might be Mosdale. Mosdale has moved ahead of him. That gets one there by Whitby to kick off period number 3. And that's going to do it for the penalty. Out comes Baker. Mosdale still has 50 seconds left on his. There's a shot. Here's another one. Quick shot there was stopped by Cannon Doyle right in front of the net. From behind the goal for Whitby. Right in front. Here's a shot. Stopped by Doyle again. And he's going to cover this one as he holds on to it. Face-off now is coming off to the left of the Whitby goal, Donaldson. From behind the goal is Crichton trying to get this out. Clearing it up through center. Got kept in there by the Toros of the shot. That gets blocked. Cleared out of the zone and out from the zone end. Sweeping this away up through center. Here comes another opportunity now for Crichton. Aiden Crichton bringing this over the line. Trying to set this one up in front here for an opportunity. Penalty is almost over to Mosdale as the Toros have killed off this 2-man advantage for Whitby. Another opportunity to send that one down. It's going right into Doyle, who makes the easy stop. And it goes back in behind the net, wrapped around the boards here for Cole Campbell. Campbell couldn't keep it in. Here's Patterson stepping into it, and they score. It might have been redirected. They were pointing at the defenseman, so it's obvious that Brandon didn't tip that because he was pointing at his defenseman. That shot made its way through past Doyle to make it 5-3. Face-off now, that's here at center to be taken by Brody Van Dam. Trying to find that loose puck and get it up through center. All the way in and put in by the Toros as they dump this away at his own end. To be picking this up here is Noah Thompson from his own end. Thompson with a late pass up there for Dawson Lewis over his stick. Over here to the other side for an opportunity to move this away. Tipping this out and trying to catch up to it to the other side as Lewis is trying to pick this up in his own end. Around the boards, that's back in behind the net. Lewis tried to stick to his man. That gets off the back of the goal as they try and jam it out in front for an opportunity. That's going to come out past the line for an opportunity to race after it now. It's going to be right here in front of us. Mosdale going after it against Costa, and Costa went for the hit. Capped in by Whitby. We're into a 2-goal game now here at the Rickard Arena with the early goal by Whitby. Toros trying to get that one back and expand their lead back to 3, but Mosdale was taken off his footing. Here comes Noah Thompson from his own end. Thompson with the loose puck will fire it over here for Dawson Lewis over his stick. He's true with a shot. That gets caught on that shot from the line. He decided to play it off, but it was too late. He got the whistle for a face-off. Brannon will now come in to take the draw. True's going to try and keep this in. He did everything he could over here to the other side to sweep it away. That's Austin Baker up there with Ethan Morrison over his stick on the other side. Morrison on a backhand will put that deeper from behind the net. Donaldson tried to keep it back there. It'll come around the other side here for an opportunity with a lead pass. That's going past everybody right here in front of us. Trying to catch up to it there first was Chase Powley. It's in behind the goal. Powley trying to do something with the puck. Hits him in behind the goal, and now Thompson scoops it up. Noah Thompson from his own end to try and bring this on his own up through center. Thompson trying to go end to end here. Finally was swept off his stick before he could break free. From their own end now, it's an opportunity for Mosedale with a lead pass. That's going past everybody. It's going to ricochet back here into the corner. From behind the net, there's Whitby as they try and fire this around. Knocked down by the Toros here at center. Trying to fire this around there was Cole Campbell. Gets knocked down on the way through and pushed back deeper in behind the net. Campbell will use Mosedale on the other side as they try and look for an open lane along with Crichton to try and put it in. Flipping this up through center. Here's an opportunity now. Mosedale tried to get to it, and it's Aiden Crichton with it. Couldn't do anything with the puck though. Right here in front of us. Scooped up there by Cole Campbell, gets it to the other side. Overskated the puck, but was able to regroup himself, and here's Mosedale again with it. Mosedale over here for Austin Baker as they try and get it up. That lead pass was out of the reach of Aiden Crichton and over the stick there of Herbert back into the zone. From behind the net, there was Holla. They're looking to get one to the front of the net. Toros picked that off as they try and go for that lead pass. Tipped away out of his own end by Herbert as he sets it up. Holla couldn't go with it either. Toros trying to take advantage here, but we're going to get too many men on the ice penalty coming up. Morrison's the one that's going to serve the too many men on the ice penalty. Whitby the opportunity to shoot to the net. Left pad stop there by Cannon Doyle. Picked up by the Toros and sent down the ice back into the corner. All the way back, Donaldson went to play it. Decided to leave it there for his defenseman instead. Around the boards it goes. Aiden Hall is going to cut that off, but can't back one to the front of the net. Taken away here by Whitby as they go for the pass through center. Up over the line there is Knath with a shot. That goes off a skate and wide. Trying to go for the hit. Kept in by Whitby though. Another opportunity. Herbert tried to knock it down, but went over his stick. Whitby have got that again. Right in front. Nobody there. Kept in here from the line by Loriano. To the other side. They're going to look for a shot. Kicked away there by Cannon Doyle. Right in front again. And they score this time. He fires it home, and we're due a one-goal game as Whitby takes advantage of a too many men on the ice penalty. Face off here from center. Mosedale trying to put this up through and dump it in the zone up through center. Firing this away. Tipped it up, trying to pick up that loose puck. Kicked away there by Campbell with a lead pass. Trying to bring it in there is Brody Van Dam over the line. The shot is getting blocked on the way through. It's from behind the net. Trying to come around the other side. They went back there for Mosedale. Mosedale can't shoot it as it gets blocked on the way. And here comes an opportunity now with three. Campbell's the only one back. Mosedale's going to join him, but it's going to go right to the front of the net. From in behind the goal, they're going to try and set this up on a wraparound. It goes back to the line. No, it went over the stick. Couldn't keep it in at the line as the backhand was too strong to hold in. Backhanded away, and this one's a forehand. All the way back into the Toros end from behind the net. They'll start this from their own zone with a lead pass. It's tape to tape for Dawson Lewis, who will move it over there to the other side. They're going to look for a shot. Can't get one to the front of the net as that was McCurdy who couldn't get through. Powley had a good job there by Dawson Lewis to come back on defense. Up through center, the lead pass from McCurdy over his stick. Up and brought into the zone. Can't get one to the front of the net. Big hit there by Noah Thompson here in front of us as he took his man down. Crichton trying to win this draw. Trying to back in this way up there for Austin Baker. Baker trying to take one to the front of the net, and he'll try and cut through right to the front of the goal. Aiden Crichton's right behind him. Crichton trying to send one to the front. Got picked off there as they look for an open lane. Here's Mosedale with a hit, and he's going to serve 2 minutes for it. Face-off is coming off to the right of Doyle. It's a penalty for Mosedale, and one of the Toros coaches has been thrown out of the game, I believe. You saw one of the coaches leaving. That's behind the net. Donaldson will try and drop this in behind the goal. Went for the hit, and that goes off to the corner. Slipping this aside, that goes down the ice. Picked up here by Whitby as they try and put it back in. Here comes another opportunity to go into the front of the net with Aiden Crichton. Crichton trying to take this off to the right side. It's in that right corner to try and jam it out in front. Taken away there by Whitby as they move it to the other side. Tipped in there by the Toros as they try and put it back into the zone. Hard up from their own end. They'll start this with a lead pass. It gets bring on here by True. True a shot. Right pad stop there by Doyle. Kept in by Whitby. Back down low and behind the net. Right in front. Taken away by Toros and swept the length of the ice. All the way back into the corner. Gonna get stopped there and behind there by Donaldson. From their own zone, they try and move this out. It's a lead pass. It's coming over the stick. Only one back there is Cole Campbell trying to do the damage. That shot hit the back of the net. Campbell on it again to fire it around. They're trying to get it out, as that was McCurdy who had the opportunity. Here's another shot. That's going to get blocked on the way in. That's Herbert, sorry, number 87. Here comes Patterson. Shot. Stopped there by Doyle. Still loose from the side, and it gets swept in wide of the net. I don't know if Doyle got a piece of that or not. If he did, that's an incredible stop. Keeps his club up by a goal as that gets sent down the ice. Donaldson will stop it in behind. Penalty to Mosedale is going to be over in 5 seconds. Up through center. Taken off a stick there by Van Dam. Brody Van Dam tried to go with it. Another kill there for the Toros. Cole Morrison tripped up there with no penalty on the call. And here comes an opportunity for Whitby. From their own end, they try and dump this in for Morrison again. All the way back into the corner as that goes down for icing. Face-off now is off to the right of Donaldson from behind the net. Trying to fire this around and out of his own zone. It's trying to go back there to the line, trying to squeak in there was Van Dam. From the slot area, takes his man off the puck. Taken down out in front of the goal with no penalty out in front. Whitby try and take this out from their own end. Knocked down from their own zone. It's an opportunity for Noah Thompson to try, or Molson to Mosedale to move that away. Cole Campbell after it in his own end now. Gets it back there for Mosedale. Mosedale will move it to the other side. Under 5 minutes left. Toros trying to hang on to a 1-goal lead against Whitby here. Trying to get nice pass. That was a no-look pass as they start this in. Brody Van Dam will get that as he tries to put it back in. All the way back into the zone. Gets knocked down by the Wildcats as they're trying to find that loose puck in the zone. We're getting a penalty coming up. And once again, it's going to the Toros for interference. This may be penalty number 4 for Dawson Lewis. I'm not sure how many penalties he's had, but I know he had about 2 in that second period. This one he's going to get for interference. We'll get this face-off coming off to the right of Cannon Doyle. Gaudette is going to come in to take this draw for Whitby. Wins it cleanly, going back to the line. Powley can't get it out of his own zone. Right back in behind the net. An opportunity to clear, and that's going down the ice past Holmes. In behind the net, that gets stopped in behind the goal there by Donaldson. Crichton trying to catch up to it. From his own zone, they get that. Wrapped around the boards here for an opportunity for Gaudette. Shot on net by Crichton, right in on net, and that gets stopped there by Donaldson. Got enough of his glove on that to make the stop. Here's Crichton again. And Crichton couldn't do anything with the puck. Trying to use his feet there was Powley. Only one back there for Whitby, or for Toros. And fired away, kept in there by Holmes. Holmes can't shoot, and Crichton couldn't go, or he would have been off to the races. Aiden Crichton had it in his feet and couldn't go off on his breakaway that he needed. Crichton trying to catch up to it in the right corner now. From behind the net there, back to the line for Campbell, who will sweep that deeper. off to the left corner. It's picked up there by Whitby as they try and get it out. And it's a lead pass for Gaudette. Gaudette trying to get through. Tripped up there on the other end by Austin Baker. Costa tried to get to it. From their own zone, they go for the hit. It's back into the corner, back in behind the net. 2:40 left to go here in the game. Still a 5-4 deficit that Whitby's staring at, trying to get up over the line. Here's a shot going in wide of the goal, coming around the other side, trying to clip this out. Trip past Brannon down the ice. Back into the corner now. They'll move this around here for Whitby as they move this up through center. It's a lead pass. Tape to tape, can't get it around Powley as it's an offside. Face out to be taken by Cole Morrison now as he had to come in and take the draw. Back in his own end. Lead pass Morrison, gonna try and get to it. Knocked down there by the Toros in their own end. There's a lead pass as Herbert tries to bring this up. That'll get sent down the ice. That's gonna try and get stopped there by Donaldson, but he couldn't get his stick on it. Wrapped around the boards. Powley's gonna try and keep it in. He had a man in behind him to help him out as that goes in behind the goal. Adam Vitt kept in there from the line. Here's a shot. Back in behind the net again. Cole Morrison and Brody Van Dam going after the puck there in the corner. Whitby try and get it out. They will. Here comes an opportunity to chase after it, but speaking of chasing, Chase Powley is on that loose puck. That goes out. Approaching the last minute of play. Dumped all the way in. Donaldson's going to go off to the bench soon. Gaudette gets sandwiched in between Noah Thompson and Brody Van Dam. Here's another shot. Getting blocked. Evans can't send one to the goal. Stopped there by Doyle. Kept in at the line. Fired in on net. Tipped on the way through and wide of the goal. Donaldson looking to go to the bench for the extra attacker. There's a shot stopped there by Doyle. Trying to find it. And he finally is going to be able to get one out in front of the net to hold on. Donaldson has gone to the bench for the extra attacker as Whitby's going to take a timeout. Whitby's got the extra attacker out with 54 seconds left. They've taken their timeout. Costa trying to take it from behind the goal. Backhanded away. Trying to get this out of his own end. Can't get it out past the defender. Good job to hold that in from the blue line. Toros will get that again. Sweeping that away out through center from their own end. Whitby have got that, but they'll move it over here to the other side. Big hit there by Van Dam as he meets his man as Brody Van Dam comes up with a big hit in the offensive end. Now just coming back into the picture here after getting knocked down is number 95 with a shot. Canastella. From behind the goal, they're looking at it front to try and jam it in from the side. Cannon Doyle is right up against the post, making sure it doesn't make it in. 13 seconds left to go on the clock. Face-off is off to the left of Cannon Doyle. It's right in front. Here's a shot. Stopped up by Doyle, right in close. Still looks from the side, and the referee blows the whistle as Whitby almost had the tying goal, but will get a face-off off to his left. Face-off is coming off again to the left of Doyle. Toros just trying to hang on here. The net had to be moved a little bit as it came off of the borings. It's going to be Evans taking the draw. Here comes Costa to try and get it out. It's off to the corner. Toros try and keep it there, and they'll keep it behind the net as the under 14A Clarington Toros are going to escape out of this one with a 5-4 victory. Some goals in that third period were pretty much the reason why they scored 3 goals and took a 5-2 lead in that second period. Whitby came on strong with 2 in the third and almost had that game-winning or game-tying goal at the end, but that is celebration time for the under 14A Clarington Toros. Our second game of the day is now done. We will see you in a little bit when we travel to Oshawa for the under 14 AAA's. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman.